is broken. How could I live without? But Mac really, I've learned so much, and I've learned that this process is one that is very individual.
Yes.
And that is very singular. And because we've
Yes.
been sort of, removed from people, there's a, you just, how do I even say this? I'm alone a lot. So I realize that my decisions that I make and the things that I do and the decisions that I make are very singular. They are my own.
Yes.
I cannot speak and I cannot tell everyone else what to do and how to live. I only know what to do with me, and I know what my story is, and I will not deny where I'm from or where I've been and what mistakes I've made and owning up to them. So 2020 is like, it has different versions of stories for different people, but for me, it has been a time of introspection, and I'm really trying to figure out who the fuck who I am, and right now I'm ready to just kind of create and allow people to have their freedom as I hope they would allow me to have mine.
Sure. I know it's interesting. I watched someone speaking on a television thing on Netflix talking about it. Brene Brown was talking about, and I thought it was amazing. She was talking about how, unless you're in the arena, you really have no right to throw stones or worry about the advice of people that are throwing stones unless they're in the arena with you. So if you're both playing the game, fine, have your opinion, say what you want. But if you're just a spectator, roll your sleeves up and get into the arena and do something cool, and join in. But don't from the cheap seats be yelling at what's the best and what's the greatest.
For sure. For sure. Well, John, both of us are artists, and right now our conversation is on a space of Mac Pro, which is an artistry line. And really, honestly, one of the greatest luxuries I've had in 2020 is reconnecting with myself as the artist.
Yes.
The base of it, the soup base, the roux of it, not the drag persona,
not the
makeup
of it, the roux.
Right, not the drag persona, not the makeup artist, not anything that I've chosen to make my identity. What has been the luxury of 2020 was that I had to fucking break it down and let go of my ego and figure out who the fuck I am as an artist is. And it's been fun to discover. It is it is unfinished. It is something that I will always...
Well, I just want to know if that elephant watering can had anything to do with it.
This is from Daiso.
She's fierce.
I have plants now. See
Very
what
good.
happened? I have such cute plants, and this is the feeder.
I love that you're keeping an indoor plant. They're very difficult to do. I love gardening as well. I think it's one of the most grounding things you can do. And artistically, if you're not someone that paints, it's another way to paint a landscape. I think it's a really great thing to do for everyone. People are asking also, by the way, they're asking if you still have this hat. I know you don't. So,
no, you did ask me. You're like, can you? I'm like, oh man, it disintegrated.
I don't have that hat. I don't have that hat.
I should have kept it. I should have kept it. Its remnants anthropologically.
Yes, exactly. It'll be in a museum somewhere, the Smithsonian. Someone was also asking if you had a favorite collection of Macs that had come out ever.
Oh well, it really for me, it's when it comes to collections, the ones that really changed my life and really have the greatest giant effect were the ones that you probably weren't even alive to see. It wasn't necessarily about the color itself or the product. It was really about the marketing of it that was so rich and beautiful.
Which one?
Rethink Pink. John, come on.
Yeah, I know. It was Stacy, what was it?
1996?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's her name? Oh my God, Stacy. She was like
she is the co-host now of Drag Race Canada.
Is she really?
Yes, she is.
It's not Stacy first. Stacy. I'll remember her
freckles,
last name.
cute
freckles. Yep. Gorgeous girl.
She's
and
the co.
You were on the Rethink Pink tour. You were at all the department stores walking through and go-go dancing, and it was so much fun.
Yeah, well, really I mean, that was the brilliance and clever part of being with Mac at that time was that marketing and kind of creating this, like, these themes
Stacey
behind
McKenzie, that's it. Someone said
Stacey
Stacey
McKenzie. Yep.
Thank you very much.
And I remember, like, being in the Mac store in 1990, whatever, and, like,
Yeah.
you know, there was these, like, little vignettes or little niches, that boxes, and there was Stacey's face on it.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
she was a
And
constant,
Stacey is
because she's
quite
Canadian.
yeah, and she's a very unique beauty. She is a mixed race, gorgeous, like kind of
Goddess.
pale with, yes, dreadlocks at times. She's very interesting. Look her
Yeah,
up,
yeah,
Stacey McKenzie. Someone also has been asking for a while. They want to know what glasses you're wearing.
Oh, these are Tom Ford. I'm not rich. You know, I'm a very, like, you know, I like a bargain, and what I
Me
do
too.
is, I don't even know I should tell you, but yeah, I'm gonna say I got them at you know, at like a Nordstrom Rack,
Yeah,
you know,
perfect.
and then they were shades, and then I put my thing in them, but they are Tom Fords.
Very nice, very nice.
For
All right,
inexpensive.
let's talk about what you're doing with after winning Drag Race.
Right.
That money was spent before you even got it. But let's talk about girl.
I
Let's
was
talk
30.
about
I was 37 when I won.
right, exactly.
Okay, I had 37-year-old money problems.
Oh my God.
So if anyone thought I was rich after a $75,000 prize,
Paying off loans, etc.
Precisely.
Oh
Yeah,
which,
yeah.
speaking of the $10,000 you still owe me, we'll talk about it later. Anyway. I
Your
wish.
friendship renewal fee.
Yes,
I
totally.
hear you.
Sign up now. Argentina we love Argentina too, of course. So let's also talk about the stuff that you're doing with Delta, with Very That. So where can they find Very That?
Very That actually, we just finished an episode of Very That just before I got on with you, so it's very fresh on my mind. But
Yes.
it's been one of the funnest projects I've ever done in my life, because you know, as kids we grew up with radio, and there's something about that, like, you know, just hearing a person's voice speak on certain issues or music or whatever. You know, growing up here in Southern California, I listened to K-Rock late at night as teenager. So for me, a podcast is very nostalgic in that sense. But Delta and I are a very acquired taste, because we are regional in the sense that we are from Southern California. So the things that we say and talk about might be very much of this. But it's a moment where I get to talk and shoot the shit, and also learn and grow through conversation with one of the oldest friends I've ever had, and she remembers me, like, you know, strolling the parking lot at.
Well, I remember you in Oz as well, and seeing Delta at Oz a few times.
Yeah, Yukon Mining Company. She knows all those stories. She knows, you know, we have a. Yeah.
It's a real good kiki. And by the way, too, these are two of your friends. I mean, both of them that you're working with are both Emmy winners from RuPaul's Drag Race too, because Delta won an Emmy, and so did Raven. And I remember David, aka Raven, at Riverside. You know, another bad boy.
Oh my God, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yes.
David Petruccian at Riverside. Yeah.
And I remember going one time when I was working, because I worked on different side of RuPaul's Drag Race. I worked on some of the judges and stuff. I did like makeup on guest judges, you know. Nightmare. It's like Janice Dickinson and also, oh God, right, whatever.
Oh, I love her. I wonder what's happening with her.
But I remember I was walking across the parking lot once, and it was like Raven, and she's like, "Hey, John," they're like yelling at me, Jujubee, all these people that like, I used to work for Mac, I got fired too.
Well, you know, like I said, you know, my relationship with Mac has not been tumultuous, but it's definitely been a learning lesson. I have learned every, you know, here's one story I have about Mac. Julie Steinleitner, who was the first woman to hire me at MAC Cosmetics, was the person who whipped me into fucking shape. Julie no longer works for MAC, and she's gone on to work for different projects and different companies.
I'm friends with her on Facebook. She's amazing.
But definitely, she was one of the people who really taught me some discipline in my life, you know, and to really kind of have a pride in what you're doing, and for for where you're at in your life, and I'll always be thankful. Yeah, I was fired from MAC because I deserved to be fired from MAC. I was awful. I showed up, you know, with my
Listen,
chanclas
kids,
on, you know,
it's
I
a
just
lesson. It's a lesson to anybody to understand that you can't. When nowadays more than ever too, it's not just
yeah,
about showing up. It's showing up and being a superstar. Period. No matter what you're
being
doing.
present, being present,
Yeah, being
being
present, and
present
you know that's hard to do at 20-something years old. It's hard.
for
You
sure,
know,
for
there's a lot
sure.
of other things, and now there's more distractions than ever. You know, you'd want to be on your phone, you'd want to do whatever. You know, but
Yeah.
good advice, and I could see that. You know, I know you so well, and we laughed through so many moments together. It's been such a great friendship.
John, tell me, where is that part of your house back there?
Yeah. This
Of
was
course it
wallpaper that
is.
I had put in. It's very fierce, right? It
Which
was.
part of your room is that?
This is the dining room.
Do you still have your collection of cuckoo clocks?
I do, yes. And by the way, I do not. Oh, someone's asking if the Heathers will reunite one day. We should totally have them all on. I've seen you all individually at times. I worked with Carmen. She was in a show that my friend works on in New York, a runway show.
Uh-huh.
She was absolutely gorgeous, and
Yeah,
of
she
course
is.
I watch you in Delta, but the Heathers are still out there. Yeah. Do you guys ever
Well,
get
we're
together?
we're always surprised that the four of us, if when it, you know, when it does happen, we're always shocked that we're together in one room, and we never know when
Yes.
it's supposed to happen. But that's, I suppose, how it happens with all of our friendships.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it's not a unique situation. How do you get four grown adults, you know, into
Yep.
one room at one time is a challenging concept.
Yes, it's
So
true.
I would like to be in a room together with all four of us together because it would be
Yeah.
hysterical and beautiful, and there would
Yep.
be a lot of
There's a show
closeness.
pitch there, I think.
Oh, good idea. No, but there would
Write,
be a lot of
write that down.
closeness. We all four of us have had four entirely different experiences through life,
Yes.
as
Yes.
anyone else does. So, you know, interestingly enough, we did talk about it on my podcast today. We talked about the Heathers. So
Okay, so
this all
anyone, so
coincides. Yeah.
everyone will have to make sure they tune in to Vary That and take a listen to it. And how
John,
often do
I
you?
hope you took a picture of this eyeball.
I did. I did. I took a great picture of it, and I'll post it later. I put it on. I actually the hat was higher before, and then I cut it. It's all janky in the back because it was going out of the
Well, that's your other name, Janky in the back.
janky, honey. You know it. I like to do everything on a budget, folks. That's just how we do things here. You know, I had this whole thing planned where we were gonna do tarot card readings because you also have a tarot deck.
Yes, that's not important.
No, I know.
And
And I was
anyone
gonna
can
do
find those things. You know, they'll follow me on my Instagram and find
on
those
your
things.
Instagram. You have like a link tree in there. Yes, but I was gonna do a tarot deck because I was gonna keep constantly pulling out the death card, just for, just for fun, and be like, you know, it just means change. It doesn't
Honey.
mean, and then finally be like, girl, it just means we're old and she can't be here. Okay. Oh my
No,
God.
but yes, I do sell tarot cards, but no, anyone can go to my site and
Yep.
see all of those things. Those aren't
Yes,
the most important things.
exactly.
I'm
Yep.
just happy to catch up with you.
Me too.
Should we answer
Me too.
why is your eye red? Because
My eye red. Oh, because I had broken capillary. I actually had some glitter on my eye the other day, and I think I scrubbed it. And this morning I woke up, I was sitting on the couch, and my man looks over at me. He's like, "God, your eye's all bloody." So I'm a fighter.
you
What can I
know,
say?
listen,
Yeah.
we're at an age when an ailment shows up and we have no idea how to explain it. You
Yeah,
know,
that's gonna be that's my new drag name, like busted eye, janky butt. Is
I
that what
think
it
it's kind
was?
of
Busted eye,
sexy.
janky back.
It's a really cool effect, I believe.
Thank you.
Are you?
People want to know if you're still friends with Manila, of course.
Yes,
Oh,
very
I
much.
like Brooke and Capillary. That's good. Thank you. Brooke and... You kids are champions. There were some really
They're
good
also
ones in there,
smart.
but
They're also smart and witty now. You
they
know.
really are. We can't keep up, girl. Yes, we can.
Yes.
Listen, but I just want to let you go because I know you got stuff to do. And it was a joy having you here. Everyone was obviously very excited you're here. Again, Very That is available where you find all of your podcasts. And of course, if you're watching WoW Presents, you can catch Raja and Raven doing their toots and boots on various RuPaul Drag Race shows, right?
Totally, totally.
And what kind of houseplants do you like? Someone wanted to ask.
Succulents are the easiest ones for me to keep alive,
Yes.
because, you know, we're here in weather that allows it to be